active and passive active voice form. When we want to say that the subject of a sentence is doing the action, we use the verb of that sentence in its active form. For example, a man is cutting down a tree. A man equals subject, doing the action, cutting, active. The 5th of May 2009. BCK. Active and passive passive voice form. When we want to say that the subject of a sentence is not doing anything but is allowing something to be done to it by somebody else, we use the passive voice form. For example, a tree is being cut down by a man. A tree equals subject equals not doing anything, but allowing a man to cut it. Passive. The 5th of May 2009. BCK. Active passive voice, example 1. The boy is carrying the girl. Active voice. The boy equals subject. Is carrying equals verb. The girl equals object of the verb. Who is doing the action of carrying, equals. The boy dash subject of the sentence. The 5th of May 2009. BCK. Active passive voice, example 2. The girl is being carried by the boy. Passive voice. The girl equals subject. Is being carried equals verb. By equals preposition. The boy equals object of the preposition by. Who is doing the action of carrying. Equals not the girl, the subject, but the boy, the object. The 5th of May 2009. BCK. Active passive voice, changes 1. John reads a book every day. Active voice. John, the subject of the active sentence. A book is read every day by John. Passive voice. By John dash object of the preposition by. The subject of the active sentence becomes the object of the preposition in the passive sentence. The 5th of May 2009. BCK. Active passive voice, changes 2. John reads a book every day. Active voice. Reads dash verb of the active sentence. A book is read every day by John. Passive voice. The active form of the verb in active sentence is changed into the passive form in passive sentence. Reads becomes is read. The 5th of May 2009. BCK. Active passive voice, changes 3. John reads a book every day. Active voice. A book, object of the verb. A book is read every day by John. Passive voice. A book, subject of the passive sentence. The object of the verb in the active sentence becomes the subject of the passive sentence. The 5th of May 2009. BCK. Active passive voice, note 1. He cooks food. Active voice. Food dash object of the verb dash. Singular. Food is cooked by him. Passive voice. Food dash subject of the passive sentence, singular, so is cooked, verb singular. When the subject of a sentence is singular, the verb must also be in singular. The 5th of May 2009. BCK. Active passive voice, note 2. When the subject of a sentence is plural, the verb of that sentence must be plural. He carried some books. Active voice. Some books, object of the verb in active, plural. Some books were carried by him. Passive voice. Were carried dash verb dash were plural, books plural. The 5th of May 2009. BCK. Active passive voice, note 3. She has signed 10 letters. Active voice. She dash subject, has dash part of the verb, singular. 10 letters dash object of the verb in active, plural. 10 letters have been signed by her. Passive voice. 10 letters dash subject, plural, have been signed verb dash. Have, plural. The 5th of May 2009. BCK. Active passive voice, tense change 1. She bakes cakes. Active. Bakes dash verb dash. Simple present tense. Cakes are baked by her. Passive voice. Are baked dash verb dash. The 5th of May 2009. BCK. Active passive, tense change to. He is building a sandcastle. Is building dash verb dash. Present continuous tense dash. Active voice form. A sandcastle is being built by him. Is being built dash verb dash. Present continuous tense. Passive voice form. The 5th of May 2009. BCK. Active passive, tense change 3. He has drawn a picture. Has drawn dash verb dash. Present perfect tense. Active voice. A picture has been drawn by him. Has been drawn dash verb dash. Passive voice. The 5th of May 2009. BCK. Active passive, tense change form. According to the traditional grammar rules, the present perfect continuous tense is not used in passive voice form. However, in the contemporary English, there are occasions where the present perfect continuous tense is used in the passive voice. For example, he has been mowing the lawn. Active voice. The lawn has been being mowed by him. Passive voice. The 5th of May 2009. BCK. Active passive voice, tense change 5. She told me a secret. Active voice. Told dash verb, simple past tense. A secret was told to me by her. Passive voice. Was told dash verb, simple past tense. The 5th of May 2009. BCK. Active passive voice, tense change 6. The postman was delivering the post. Was delivering, verb, past continuous tense. Active voice form. The post was being delivered by the postman. Was being delivered, verb, past continuous tense. Passive voice form. The 5th of May 2009. BCK. Active passive voice, tense change 7. She had eaten several peas before she offered him any. Had eaten dash verb, past perfect tense, active. Several peas had been eaten by her before she offered him any. Had been eaten dash verb, past perfect tense, passive. The 5th of May 2009. BCK. Active passive voice, tense change 8. According to the traditional grammar rules, the past perfect continuous tense is not used in passive form. However, in the contemporary English, there are occasions where the past perfect tense is used in the passive form, too. He had been writing letters for half an hour before somebody called him out. Letters had been being written for half an hour, by him, before somebody called him out. The 5th of May 2009. BCK. Active passive voice, tense change 9. They will give the beggar some money. Will give, verb, simple future tense, active. The beggar will be given some money by them. Will be given, verb, simple future tense, passive. The 5th of May 2009. BCK. Active passive, tense change 10. According to the traditional grammar rules, the future continuous tense in the active is not used in passive voice form. For example, they will be playing with fireworks by the time their father reaches home. Active. Will be playing dash verb, future continuous. Dash and O passive. The 5th of May 2009. BCK. Active passive voice, tense change 11. Sue will have sewn 2 dresses by 12 o'clock. Will have sewn dash verb, future perfect tense, active. 2 dresses will have been sewn by 12 o'clock by Sue. Will have been sewn dash verb, future perfect tense, passive. The 5th of May 2009. BCK. Active passive voice, tense change 12. According to the traditional grammar rules, The future perfect continuous tense is not used in the passive voice form. For example, you will have been working on the course material for 2 hours by 6 in the evening. Will have been working dash verb dash. Future perfect continuous tense, active. Dash no change. The 5th of May 2009. BCK. Active passive voice, tense change 13. The modal auxiliary, helping, verbs in passive voice form take be. For example, he will give you a book. Active voice. You will be given a book by him. Passive. For example, they can pick a number. Active voice. A number can be picked by them. Passive. For example, we must finish this job. Active voice. This job must be finished by us. Passive. The 5th of May 2009. BCK. Active passive voice, note 1. The subject of the active voice sentence becomes the object of the preposition in the passive voice sentence. The preposition is usually by when the object is a person, and with when the object is a thing, such as a knife, gun, arrow, etc. For example, the hunter shot the deer with an arrow. Active. The deer was shot with an arrow by the hunter. Passive. An arrow, a thing, preposition with. A hunter, a person, preposition by. The 5th of May 2009. BCK. Active passive voice, note 2. When there are two objects of the verb in the active voice sentence, we can change that active sentence into passive in two ways, using the first object in one sentence and the second object in the other. The 5th of May 2009. BCK. Active passive voice, note 2, continued. For example, the teacher teaches you a lesson. Active. You dash object of the verb, a lesson dash object of the verb. You are taught a lesson by the teacher. Passive. A lesson is taught to you by the teacher. Passive. The 5th of May 2009. BCK. Active passive voice, note 3. In writing the passive voice, in most cases, the preposition dash by or with dash and its object are not used, because they are understood. For example, the cook made me an omelette. Active voice. An omelette was made for me by the cook. Passive voice. The 5th of May 2009. BCK.